What's up, everybody? Welcome back. I am doing a non-spoiler review for Endgame here. I just saw it last night. My mind is absolutely shattered into a million pieces. And I actually have a special guest joining me here. It is Maria, Comic Little One, I believe, right? And
Yeah.
we will plug your Instagram later at the end here. I just want to get straight into this. This is going to be non-spoilers, so we are going to be extremely vague here. But like just initial thoughts. I know Maria has a lot to say about this movie, but she can't talk about spoilers. Oh my gosh, the third act blew my mind. It was everything I wanted and more. The whole first two acts of the film, heck, the first 15 minutes, you're like, oh damn, like it's already going on. And then this whole, rest of the first act and all the second act, it slows down a lot, and it really just focuses on character build and everything that's happened in all 21 films prior to this one, or 20 movies, or something like that, over 20 films. And
Yeah, exactly.
exactly right. So like it really just took its time, being 3 hours long. The director said that how much ended up in the cutting room floor is really just like maybe adds to an extra minute or two. Like they basically used everything they shot, which is very rare for a film to do. Marvel let them have their whole 3 hours, and they focus on characters and how the decimation, the snap from Infinity War affected everyone and all their motivations leading forward. And the movie was risky with some of the things it did, and I really appreciated the moments that it took us all over to experience for the first time, all in a new way.
Honestly, I really liked having a different view, like, of something that you already know. And of course, like, as a fan, at least for me, I rewatched all those movies before going into Endgame, and just seeing a new perspective is completely different, and it's amazing at the same time.
I actually
But-
only watched Thor Ragnarok, like the day before I watched Thor Ragnarok, Infinity War, then I saw Endgame. It's just all they had on Netflix.
Oh my
I own
God.
a few too, but like I didn't have the time to start watching
They
all of
have
them.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 on Netflix too, so just
Yeah,
thought
they
you should have
do,
saw.
but I just saw that like a month ago. That's why I didn't want to watch it again.
My reaction now that I'm out is just kind of like, it's a mix between holy crap and anger for me.
Now, anybody who knows Maria and has seen the movie can guess why she's upset regarding certain character choices and decisions and outcomes. But I, for myself, as a fan of just the whole universe and as a whole, and how this movie ties up a pretty pink bow over the entire Infinity Saga, as it's being called now, am incredibly mesmerized by how they actually even pulled this off, giving you like a definitive end. To the fact that this is not even a spoiler, there is no post-credit scene at the end. This movie just floored me. I mean,
Oh yeah, it has easily some of the best sequences in scenes in comic book history, easily hands down.
now let's talk about certain characters and how they were used. Like Captain Marvel, everyone was really concerned. They loved Captain Marvel. They didn't like Captain Marvel. I'm on the fence where I'm like, okay, Captain Marvel, the film was fine. And I look at Thor 1 and 2. People weren't huge fans of him. And then now look at his fan base in this movie, or after Infinity War. Like, they can make characters better over time. Captain America 1, a lot of people are fans. I'm not going to say it, but for me, I was very indifferent. I'm like, I don't really care about Captain America. And I saw the Avengers. I still don't really care about Captain America. Then the Winter Soldier happened. Then Civil War. And then people were huge fans of Captain America. And now, especially in this movie, people are going to be huge fans of Captain America. So, like, they can make
how
characters
fans
better.
you like Cap?
They will change I feel like they'll probably just change Captain Marvel's directors, which they've done in previous films. After Thor 1, they changed it. Thor 2, they changed it. And then Thor 3, Taika Waititi took it and he made a almost brand new character with it. So, I have perfectly fine with Captain Marvel. The Russo brothers used her very, very well.
Yes. I was worried they were gonna...
She was just gonna show up and just save the day, and I was like, oh, that was easy. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't want that from a story point of view. I thought like that would make no sense. It's not her story. It's the Avengers story. So that would really just ruin it for me. And I believe the Russo brothers, who are geniuses in the filmmaking world and telling stories, would know that. And they did. They used her in the perfect amount. And when she's on screen, she shows how powerful she really can be. And it's awesome.
And I think also what led some people to really think or have that fear of her just taking over, it was kind of how they marketed a lot of Endgame. So it kind of has a lot of to do, and like, it's hard to say without any spoilers. But yeah, I'm the type of person who's really indifferent to Captain Marvel. Like, it's but I really didn't want her to steal spotlight. But
that's
at the
another
same
thing, yeah. Like we can barely talk about the movie, but we talk about the spoiler stuff. We can talk about the marketing of this movie, how they used the marketing was all like, let's go get Thanos, and that's all relatively in the first half of the film. Like, you have nobody has any idea what the last act of this film is going to be like, and it's something I've never seen before.
Never in a million years, out of all the supposedly plot leaks, out of all the things that people were speculating, none of it even came close. And I'm being honest, which is amazing to me. That you had thousands of people trying to make theories and their plot that this is what's going to happen, and nobody nailed it.
I'll say this. Movie blew me away. I feel like it just gets very heavy with a lot of character building. Probably maybe towards the beginning of the middle. I'm not sure, or maybe towards the end of the middle, somewhere in there. But like at the same time, everything just pays off at the end. It all wraps up perfectly. Like, this is what you came for, this right here, and it was unbelievable. So I don't know if I would say this is better than Infinity War, but if it's not better, it's like right there with it. Because Infinity War was at least much more fast-paced, I believe, as throughout the whole film. Because a lot's going on in a lot of different places. Here it just hits the brakes, and it's like, this situation sucks for these characters, and they're just dealing with it. So it's very different. It's like you're really hitting the brakes. People just come from Infinity War. Remember, because I just saw Infinity War right before I went to go see the movie. The movie's fast-paced. We're going to this one and just like, just hits the brakes. And like, you gotta deal with the outcomes, which I believe is a brave choice, and I love they did it, just to really get that feel of like, this is what the characters needed to breathe. You need to breathe. You need to see how this all affects them, and they did some brave choices with some characters. I can't really mention who, but when you see the movie, you're like, oh man, they really changed that one, or they really changed this one. So at the end, I am amazed by this film, and I really, really recommend any real Marvel fan that's seen all these movies needs to see this one. Obviously, if you've seen all the movies, you're probably already seen this by the time this review comes out. But Maria, what is your final thoughts?
My final thoughts is, it is an absolute smasher. It is a great movie. It is like, it's the movie of the year, the movie of the MCU. It did what it came to do. It gives you your original 6 Avengers. It gives it to you. From other points of views, you might be unsatisfied, but you know what? Watch it because it's worth it.
I know you are unsatisfied with certain characters, but like, I still felt at the end, this was an end. There is an end here. You felt like this is the end. It's not, and I'm not saying there's not room for future stuff. There's plenty of room for it, but you felt this was the end for a lot of characters. And in various ways, this is the end for a lot of characters, and you felt like this is the end of the book. The Infinity Saga, this is Game of Thrones Season 8, this is it, like, it's the end. So that's the review, guys. You can make sure you follow Maria on her Instagram account, The Comic Little One, on Instagram and Twitter. You can follow me at Real Nerdy Hero, or various versions of just saying Nerdy Hero on Twitter and Instagram, Facebook. And that's the end of the review, guys. Remember, you can keep it nerdy.
Before we're done, we still have one promise to keep. If we can't protect the Earth, you can be damn sure we'll avenge it. Whatever it takes.